Videos be more annoying when they cut out. Maybe I'll go back to the hovel back here, so it'll be a little bit more come through a little bit better. So wow, I was like, what am I experiencing? What would be analogous to? And I was like, well, how does grass feel when it gets mowed? You know, it's like it's just growing and sun and that's what I'm going through in my cellular frequency level. I was just like, whoa. I was like, clean, keep cleaning. It's like, nope. I was like, thank God. I'm beat up, man. Hands all busted up. And it's like, no, you did that and you explained it. Explained it to the audience. That's enough. Symbolic of that. Because that's not what it's really all about. It's the symbolic, emotional light show that my vantage point of it is changing. Because I'm climbing back up Jacob's ladder. Right? We stumbled down the vagus nerve into the samadhi realm. Well, that was the developmental process that I have been in, and I've done that. And that, so if either of you happen to hear this, there's nothing else you need to do. And I was like, well, what are those symbolizing? This one, I'm going to get a restriction or a restraint order. Just by my presence here. And the other one, eviction. So that everything here is reverse world, right? What is actually going on is I am putting a restraining order on them and evicting that out of my court because it doesn't go on. The immune system of my perceptual court is that you not get allowed to get triggered and come at me with all these horrible name calling stuff. And I'm a bad person. That was the problem. And if me talking about it on here is triggering you, then don't do it. Those are the rules. Those are the restrictions. That's the eviction. That doesn't go on in this new age. That's why I'm experiencing all this. I literally have nowhere to go. But that's okay. Because I know what's really going on now. And if you want to come back in and participate in my court, those are the guidelines. So, yeah, save your money. You're just throwing it away on your trauma that you haven't worked out to make some more drama. Try to make me feel the way that you felt when you were 7 years old. I've seen that. I played with it for a while. It's like, okay, I knew what was going on. I felt compassion for them, that they had their abuse and stuff. But at the end of the day, at the end of the cycle, I'm responsible for my court. So yeah, that's what I'm actually doing. By all of this. And putting it on Facebook Live is the final part of that. That, yeah, well, if you have something that you think I'm sharing out here that you don't want shared, well, what is that proof of? That you're doing something that you're ashamed of. And the superconsciousness in you is the same in me, and it knows that. And we both know that at that level. So the only thing left there is for you to do your own inner work, right? Honestly. The other one was that, like, all the stuff in the media, I was like, COVID-19, is that connected, coordinated with my perceptual realm? Oh, absolutely. It's all symbolic, connected. So I removed all the distractions, or the ice house, right? The set, took it all away, and it has now identified and isolated the culprit. There's nothing else to blame except you. So that maybe finally that you would just say, hey, I guess it is me. There's no other plausible explanation for that, for you to get triggered. So that you might finally see that you're doing that projection out there. And it was projecting onto me, and that was the problem. Because I'm tightening up my core, my chest, sewing up my chest. And that was the problem. You need to go deal with that with your mothers. That's where the real problem, that emotional, originates. I'm not doing anything to you. You're the one getting triggered and putting all that out there. So this is my immune system of my perception to bounce them off my stage, off the court, with that behavior. No, that's not the way I'm going to live the rest of my life with that, right? But I needed my witnesses to reveal that. That's the all-seeing eye, Big Brother. That's why it's on the media. Oh, all that. That's what's going on right here in our immediate perceptual world. Just being, it's all connected on the big show. But this is the real big show here. That's the Little Light show. It's like the second television. To turn off the TV there, but I had turning off, changing my channels here because that doesn't go on. Not when the king is here. And the queen will need to have that vantage point too, right? That's not the way you go about life. That's not being a man, male or female. So, if you need to create more drama through the legal system, which would be representative of your unworked out internal drama, then you just lose money, keep making bad decisions. But yeah, no, I'm out. Like, there's nothing else to blame from where I am. I cleaned that out of my court. Just a sign of the times that to do that. That was what I was doing. Buzzing, cleaning the corners. That's what that all represented. And it's like, nature is everything, but right around us, we enjoy cleaning it out, right? And seeing the angles, the sharp angles, the bricks, that was visually appealing to us. So that's good, but just do that in your immediate area. It's like when I'm doing that, my mom's like, well, I'm going to be walking from here over there, and those were just that cocoon that I was cleaning out. That's the way I went about trying to clean that place, symbolically. I mean, it needs a whole lot more, but that's not what it's about. COVID, it's all been cleared away. The whole set has been cleared away. So it's just you and that. Nothing else out there for you to assign blame to. I'm not there for you to call me these bad names. So, that's the update here. I just couldn't hardly move today. I was just, that's how strong the stuff is. And, so I don't know, I talked to Sean last night, and, I can't quite remember how the conversation ended. But I'm going to head up to the little nature area up there, north of, Hudson, and I think we're just going to chill out there. I got my body. The funny thing, I was like, well, why would I need access into the house? There's a hot water, refrigerator, like the toilet, toilet paper. And when today I woke up and I didn't have to go to the bathroom the first day. I didn't have to go to the bathroom. So that was the process. And in that, being free from that. Well, I didn't eat anything yesterday. I have to go poop. I did actually eat a couple pieces of pizza, but small, couple bites, the ritual of it. But yeah, I didn't need a toilet. If I wanted coffee, I could walk to the coffee shop. Didn't need that either. So yeah, freeing myself from samadhi habits right on time. So yeah, it's just one more less thing to worry about. Might just sleep out in the woods. Got the hammock. Got the 5G, so keep reporting the events as they happen. So anything that either of you do from here on out, that's just you, and it will be analyzed and scrutinized and broken apart, so that maybe finally you might see it. And if you don't, I'm detaching my attachment to that outcome. That's another part of that. So it's up to you if you want to participate in my court, those are the guidelines. And yeah, it'd be nice if you could do that work. I've explained it, how to do it, what it is. That's all I can do, and I got the message that I'm at peace with that. What else could I do? Then all this to say, hey, you're the only one that's making yourself miserable. That's the source of your misery. That you're getting all wound up. Expression of that trauma. And calling me names was tolerated for a while to make me strong. So thank you for that. But this is new. That's what's going out. That's all symbolic of COVID-19 testing. It's just to see if you're operating from your heart to become love, to overcome the fear of the light shadow. So I mean, I know how that works so well that they'll find something else in the light show to get triggered by, because that energy, that superconscious, is just always doing that. But I'm stepping out of that role in both of their lives. You know, they always get, and I was like, you guys are doing the exact same thing. You know? Trigger them. Now here I am talking about it on here. Trigger. Well, that's the problem. That's why it was the problem. That's why it's on Facebook Live right now. That's why it's being shown in your electric light show. That's what this represents. That's what I represent it. Right? For this, what am I doing to her? Well, nothing. Just the presence. That's because it is reminding her of that, her trauma. And the ego is trying to guard that. But I know my ulterior motive, the real ulterior motive for me, is for them to either work that out or just get it out of my court. That's the same thing. I'm not saying that they're at fault. I'm saying put your observer and look at the source and identify where that is coming out of and coming from. Nobody is doing anything to anyone. I'm going to go ahead and just trigger them all the way out of my court at this point with these talks. Because that's the next step. That's the only thing that can happen. It doesn't go on. Not in this one. So that's that's part of being a 666 man. That you just have love. I have just love for both of them. Like ultimate. Because I see the spirit, you know, like the 3-3, that 33 Christ consciousness. But it's operating now, not as a punishment. You know, I was like, I know, like, they always want their source and they'll come back, but not this time. Like, because we've done that one enough. And I don't need anything from them. Other, you know, then, the part of me that loves them wants them to give themselves permission to be happy. But you're the only one that can do that. And it takes some energetic work and some introspection. Stay home, you know, and look within to identify what that source is and, you know, heal it. So, Molly, I have a few things at Mom's house, my stuff. I'll just flip in there and snatch it out, and that's it. You don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have any other excuses for getting triggered by me. All these motives, evil motives that's coming from you, and that's what you need to sit with, and till you can make peace with why that you're projecting that out there. I'm ready to have a good time. Not this vantage point, because I know there's no one else out there that can cause me any problems. Right? I was a problem before in my life because I was doing that stuff too. I sat with it and I figured it out. So I'm not coming at anyone. There's nothing out there on the light show that I'm just watching it. Oh, what's symbolic of that? Oh, I'm getting eviction, restraining order. Yeah, but that's what I'm doing because that's what's on my set. To them, out of my court, energetically. But if you were watching the show, I'm doing something. That's why the police, they can't figure out what's all that. Those systems are in place for children on the set for specific purposes. Yeah, if somebody wants squatting there at the house or If I was doing, acting up, acting a fool, yeah, that's what the restraining order represents. It's what it's for. But now it doesn't make any sense. The set's getting increasingly ridiculous. That I'm not doing anything to you other than you're identifying me as, oh, right? That's where I caught it. So we catch it. I have nothing to complain about ever again, or anyone. But you were people I'm involved in quantum entanglement with, and that's what I was getting. That was the message I was getting. Saw my sister's comment on the other video. No, you're just manifesting that out there. So, jiu-jitsu style, this is the result. This is what this has resulted in. That bad behavior will be exposed. I will report it. Because I have nothing to hide. I don't have any secret motives about money. It's just stuff on the set. Just enjoying the ride now. Everything's... Well, I wasn't dancing much. I was laying here sleeping most of the day, but as you heal back up, there's no reason to not give yourself permission to enjoy your life and be happy. That's what it was all about. Or, well, the first quarter was, grow these bodies, had emotions in there that got wonked, a little wonky. You could heal that. Figure it out. So that you can grow and graduate into a nicer life, way of existing. You're not doing all that. So anyway, yeah, if those out you guys are following along with these concepts, I mean, tip my hat to you. I haven't not seen a handful of people are catching on to the way this all works. But it will become, it's growing. It's got to start somewhere in the ice, right? So this is the first little scene of it, that to take responsibility for your projection. We're manifesting, hallucinating, lucid dreaming, all that our experience. And the big boy step, big girl step is, I'm responsible for it. That's how you actually protect the children. Because you were a child. You step up into that. Everyone's just trying to go about their life. Your parents were just going about their life, didn't know that they were inadvertently, that they were in your light show, and you got emotionally wounded. And then it got tucked away because the ego mind couldn't deal with it. That's the same with, like when you grow a cancer tumor, that's all the bad stuff, just tuck it away down there. And then maybe as you get healthier, you'll get around to healing that. Right? It's just the awareness of what all that is in like the octaves of understanding the emotional. Emotional stuff works the same way. It's like, woo, too much. Tucked away in the tumor. Your emotional tumor, you could use that. But now you're getting healthier, so you're gonna get rid of that tumor. Or, make peace with that energy, because it is actually the same life. You could see that. I've seen that from the I don't even know we don't have a word for it, but when there's multiple things interacting, or just two, but the mind can see it from their vantage point, because you are them, from the one you had in your ego mind, of course, but there are other, all around, the 360 vision. I shared that one. I had gone about my knucklehead acting a fool stuff with a girlfriend, and man, it was like a big one. I came out like, because I've been cheating, I've been having an affair, and I finally just spilled the beans. Right, I was going to try to cover it up, and the thing just took over, and I spilled all the beans, and then her reaction, that's what this was interested in. And I went back and visited that one again, and yeah, it just felt like something came out of me that was really interested in, that, because that's what was in me. That's what I was projecting. That's what I was manifesting and creating on the set. I didn't want to go do that to people anymore. I said, I want to change this. what is going on here? Why did I do that? My good excuses. Well, I'm a man, and a man's a lot. I had all kinds. I covered up. The ego will cover any bad behaviors up, make sort of good excuses. But in this age, 2020, no, it's all clear that the only culprit, the only originator of that projection is you. There's no one else to blame. So I just want to get that off my chest. Yeah, off my chest, out of my heart. This is just love from here on out. And so if you're being triggered thinking this is something I'm doing that's mean, irresponsible, that's you. That's what you're seeing. That I'm being mean, irresponsible. Am I? No, but you're going to be out of my court with that. That's the real energy of the light show for my life. That's what these houses represent: windows, garages, corners, cleaning, all the activities. It's symbolic of what I'm doing in my chambers. I can't do that for you. Part of your light show, but this is another part of your light show for this to be right up in your grill to show you that and point you that way. Because ultimately, it's to give you a chance to help yourself and give yourself permission to be happy. You're the only one that can do that. You have that power. I know you have that potential to be happy. Yeah, I want that because you're me, but I'm not going to be attached to whether or not you're willing to do what it takes. To come at me with that, well, the result, inevitable result of that. I was like, do I have to go crazy again? And right now, of that level. So yeah, if you want to go out and embarrass yourself on the set, everything's been cleared out now. It's just you. You're the only actor now. There's nothing else to look around and say, oh, that's to blame for my problems. All right, gang. Quite a ride. Still, that's absolutely stunningly beautiful weather. That's collective consciousness. We control that. It's a symbol to me that, hey, some stuff, the ice is melting as we move through our perceptual realm. And it's a fun, incredible thing to observe. You just, I don't watch the TV. I don't even watch the Facebook TV anymore. I don't do email. I mean, I have it, but I just detaching, and will eventually detach from the black box. Organized religion, detached. With that one, it was like, as kids, we could say, oh, you could form an opinion about God. That's a child. And this guy, but I mean, it's presented in that format so that you would get used to it as you're maturing. But I could never do that step of blind faith. Oh, because then you're like, oh, I believe in God. Do you believe in God? What's your opinion about God? I'm like, that's not good enough. You got to feel it. And then there's no doubt. It's not a thing. It's not even it. It's not anything on the set. It's not even a belief. We talked about that. Like, the emotions, there's no tangible thing that is an emotion. So, it's not what God is. It's us. It's everything we do. Our perceptual, we're making the world. God created the world. Yeah, you created your visual world. That was the point, the piece that I needed to say, feel that. It's not like, you're not that, oh, I'm God, I'm better than you aspect. It's, I just noticed this part of us so that you know that you're God too, that we all are. And that's the world. That's what we go into the new age, and everything's just nicer because we're not running around hurting each other and breaking the law. It's just week one. It gets better and better up here. I feel like I was going up the ladder, clean the windows, Jacob's ladder, and go up a couple steps. Okay, but I had to go up that next step to get extra high, and I could be vulnerable to falling over. And I was like, symbolic, yeah. So I'm still on Jacob's ladder, right? We're not all the way up there. We're just like stepped on the first rung, or like trying to grab hands, people, and help them up, because we want to all get up and live without all the nonsense that we've been observing here, to get the right copy and get that copy right, to create heaven on earth. That's the big game plan. It's in the blueprint. To heal the earth trying to heal itself. We were down here. It was. We weren't aware. That's how far down you can come. Think that you're separate. To even doubt that you have a creator. Right? Play this game. But the energies in motion that's the real material that we're working with. In spirit and matter. It's that energy field, the hallowed be thy name. That stuff. So, plant that in there. That if you want that to be healed, you can do it. You're your God. You can do anything. We're down here till we were ready to know that. Tribing up. It was like the tribe, but yeah, there's gonna be rules and restrictions in the tribe too, right? To have this, know that, be aware of that, and go about your existence from that perspective. It's like you're in or out. I mean, I'm still dropping the child programs about, am I going to be good enough? Am I going to get picked first on the kickball team? That's an energetic transition. It's already in the ice, and we're riding it, observing it. So it's better to enjoy the ride and the envelopment, unfoldment, unfurlment of what you're watching. To see that's what it actually is. Right? That's you from where you're at, and you're where your Nagua is. So we were just up real close on it, scaring ourselves with stuff in the black box. We were watching shows as a kid. You had to for a while, till you learn. But then the caterpillar turns into the butterfly. That's all that's going on. That's all that's really going on. But, it's a much better view of life. And so we will get there. Just got to go through the construction zone. That's what it is. I'm in a construction zone right now. So, but I know that I'm not that I'm not like feeling stressed out about all this stuff on the set. I was symbolic of the emotional world that is doing that, projecting that. So you can look at the set. It seems like so incredible. It'd be that, things you would never dream that were really a part of you. They're symbols. It's like street names and signs and any little behaviors and sayings. People said like odd things to me in the car. It was like glitches. And I was like, before I think it was something weird, but I just know that's just part of me because I'm perceiving that glitch. That's what's with me, and that's coming out in them. It's a seemingly separate person talking to me. They say something out of the blue, like I thought they were on their phone or something, and my mind was thinking thoughts, and they would just blurt out the answer. And I've read about that phenomenon. I mean, it happened to me up at Dick's Den one night. I was trying to think of the name of I'll go back and get the details. That's a really good story. But long story short, the bartender's name was the exact concept that I was searching for in my conversation. As a material thing description. And Dean, yeah, Dean. I was trying to find the word Dean for some other thing, like a dean of a college or something. I was talking to someone, and there was the answer right there, dean. Sophomore coordinated dance that we're in. We just been walking around down here in our dance, making music, and started living the music. You know? So it's an interesting transition. And okay, I just got the message. I need to leave. You need to leave. So I'm gonna leave, and but I'm not gonna leave it from here. The reporting is still gonna go on. It's the immune system. That's out the court. All right, everybody. I better bust my move. See you on the next one. Much love.